Well, hello and welcome back. My name is Bluebelly, and we are back here on the farm uh, on New Woodshire, and we have three jobs planned for today. We have one job that involves putting in a little bit more of this grass. I'm not going to spend the whole episode putting in grass, but I would like to do one more load of this grass, and then I think we're going to try something. I want to see if I can take a load of silage up to the sell point. So we want to sell some silage, and we want to sell the beans that we brought in last episode. And then we'll probably simulate through the night. We'll simulate through the night, and then tomorrow, the in-game tomorrow, we will begin plowing our two other fields. We don't have a proper cultivator, and I don't want to spend more money on equipment. We should be able to, after selling our beans, we should be able to make a payment or two, and we'll see where we stand on paying off our debt. So if you're new to the series, thank you so much for being here. It's been an exciting playthrough for me. It's an idea that I came up with a while back to just, to play with a small dairy farm. We only have not that many cows. I actually would like to get more cows so we can produce more milk as a sort of cash crop. But until then, um, we are putting grass into this silo to make silage, and then I am going to take the chopper off, and I'm just going to hook up the wagon here underneath this spout, and we will fill it with silage and see how much we can get for a load of silage. So this will give us a good indication of, oh boy. All right, let's see if I can do this. We unhook the wagon like that. I'll bring the chopper over here like that. And then we come back around to the wagon again, like that. And we'll move forward just a skosh. That should be good. And now we don't want to put the grass back in. We want to put silage in it. And okay, now we have almost 23,000 liters of silage. So we're going to go ahead and take this up to the barn and see if they'll take it. Now, my my assumption is they're not going to take it up there because I think they only take bales. But while we're driving here, it'll give me a chance to talk to you all and give you a little bit of an update on how things are going. One thing I've been contemplating, and I'd love your feedback on this if anybody wants to chime in, but one thing I've been contemplating is moving my farm sim content over to a Bluebelly Farms kind of channel. And then I can have this channel, this simulation channel, be more of the city building stuff like Banished and City Skylines, which seems to have its own crowd. And then the farm sim community can move over there. If you're here, I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're watching it because you like my farm sim content and you probably don't watch the other stuff. So that's something I'm thinking about. Oh, look at this train coming. I hear a train a coming. I know all the purists are like, why would you do that? Just wait for the train. Don't be impatient. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm like 50-50 on whether I think this is going to work. But it's still fun to drive up here, and anyways, I would love your feedback on whether or not you think that's a good idea to split into two channels. because I have so many other games, not games like titles, but other playthroughs I want to do with Farm Sim. I want to do some build videos because I love building farms. This one I'm using the base farm, but I love building unique farms, so I'd love to do that. Uh, and I want to do some challenge games. I've seen some people doing those. So if I had, a farm sim channel that was putting out 3 videos a week just on farm sim, I think that would be quite fun. All right, let's see if this works. Cross your fingers. Oh, it is working. Look at the money rocketing up. Yes, dude. Okay. All right. This is good. We've got a lot of silage, and we've got that whole field of grass still to put in. Okay. This is good. I mean, it's only 200 per thousand, so we're really only going to get what we end up with. Yeah, it's only 5 grand, but it's good to know that we can quickly get 5 grand. You know what I mean? And we could maybe lease like a truck and trailer tandem and bring a couple loads of 100,000. Well, maybe not 100,000. That's a little too aspiring for a little too much. But now that we know that works, oh, lovely. Lovely indeed. Here, let's see get the real bips and bops here. I wonder if you would really be able to drive down a dirt track like this going 24 mile an hour. I mean, I think the front end of this tractor would be bouncing like crazy if you were going this fast on a road like this. I think you'd want to go more like 10. But... All right. Okay, we're not going to do more loads of that today, but it's nice to know that it's possible, especially when we get near the end and we almost have it paid off. That'll be nice if I could be like, okay, we only have 15,000 left. That's 3 loads, and I could just do it and kind of get our mission done. That's pretty powerful. I gotta be honest. I was not sure if that was gonna work out. So as quickly as we just did all of what we've done in this episode in 5 minutes, excuse me, we put a full load in. I know. I don't like these. I don't like roundabouts. I don't like going out of my way. It's a personal problem. All right, it's only 6:30 in the evening. I think we'll go ahead and take our soybeans and see what we get for those. We'll pay down our debt and see where we're at on the overall total. And then I'm just going to leave this here, I think. And then we'll sleep through the night and start plowing in the morning. That should be a nice little bit of work to get done. We should also check in on the cows and pigs. But I always do this. I take this tractor, which isn't my fastest tractor, and I get about this far and think, I should take a different tractor. But I like this one, Like this old 806 with the canopy on it. It just feels right. I don't know how many of you guys have ever driven a tractor like this, but it just feels right. It seems like the size of tractor that you would use on a farm like this. Let's see if we can snag a shot of that. Nice, dude. Hey, if you are a fan of those sort of, screenshots and seeing how people play the game, different things that they use, I have down in the description, right below the screen you're looking at, there are some links to Instagram and Twitter. And if you have either of those, I like to share. I mean, I play this game almost every day, so I like to share a screenshot every couple days. If that's something that you like, maybe save those, or just like to look at them and leave a little heart and say that's a nice tractor. It's fun. I like doing that on social media and then have everybody say, link for the tractor, please. Fun stuff. I had been. I actually need to get back on leaving stuff on Reddit. I don't know how many of you guys are. Oh, you know what? I didn't even look to see if this is the best price. Oh dear. Let's see. Soybeans. The port grain elevator or the restaurant? What am I at? Central grain elevator. Oh. Where the heck is the... Oh, the restaurant was back down there. That was actually closer. Is it worth switching directions? What's the price difference? 40 per thousand, and we've got 7,000. 300 bucks? Not worth. Not worth. Get out of the way, dude. Duderino. I didn't even think to look. I'm just so on autopilot coming up here. I've been coming here every time I've sold stuff for a while. Okay, we should be able to get, I'm gonna hope for 10 grand out of this load. Nice, dude. Would have been it would have been 10 grand if I went to the right place. That's funny. Okay. So let's go ahead. Oh, yes, dude. We are officially under 200,000. That should be our video title. We got the debt below 200,000. Now the thing that stinks is that was that was all of our beans. So a whole field worth of plowing, planting. I think I did herbicide. Did I do herbicide on that? I think I did. Herbicide and one fertilization. All of that to go click, click. But it feels good, man. It feels good to pay down some of that debt. I'll be honest. It feels real good. We're going to bump our time up here while we drive home so that hopefully by the time we get there, we can jump into bed. I know this series has been a lot of driving, but you know, that's so much of farming is carting wagons and hauling equipment. It's just the way it goes. You're either in a field going back and forth or you're hauling stuff. So I like the, oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful out there? Love it. I'm a big fan of just, you know, cruising around. This field 11 here, I think would be a real nice addition. I worked it once. I did a contract on it once. And it was a good one. It's a nice size. It's got a little bit of a hill, but it's not, pardon me. Oh, I should have put this in the garage. It's not so much of a hill that you feel weird being on it. It's not too hard. I was working a field on a different part of this map on a different save the other night, and it was so steep. I didn't really have the proper horsepower for it. It's driving me nuts. Okay. Do we want to check in on the animals now or check on them in the morning? We better just make sure they're not going to die overnight. So the pigs, okay, so they have a nice, they'll be all right. They're getting low on water. Cows are beautiful. Cleanliness could be improved. Do we already have the bucket on here? Yeah, let's just zip the cows clean real quick. Disconnect that trailer. And Oh boy, this is not a job you really want to do at night. They should have some lights in the barn. There probably are, if I'm honest. I just don't usually take the time to do stuff like that. Okay. Alrighty, we'll leave the tractor in here. And what is it? 8 o'clock. So if we want to get up at 7, we need to sleep 11 hours. And then I have to remember to switch the time back down to 1x. Okay, property maintenance and loan interest hit us for about 2 grand. Whoa, that was, my dude ran super fast there. All right, so we'll go ahead and zip the cows again. This is why I kept the tractor here, because I knew that simulating through the night would make cows would make a mess. I did see, I don't know if any of you guys saw, but there's a mod on the mod hub now of a broom, which I actually thought about downloading, because this kind of thing irritates me, having to do that. All right, so that's not going to register the cows as clean, but they could use straw, they could use, they're good on TMR, and they're good on water. That's what I care most about. Okay, we're up to 2,600 milk. I think if I purchase more cows, we've got all the supplies to make more TMR, so they'd make more money. I think if I bought like 8 more cows, that could be good. But of course, we spent all our money, so I don't know where we'd get the money for that. Manure slurry. Okay, cows. We have lots of slurry. All right, we need to, when we fertilize these fields, when we plant, we'll go lease a slurry spreader. Might even be able to buy one if I can find an affordable one. All right, pigs are getting low on corn. They definitely need some water. But we're up to 10 pigs. That's cool. I don't think this has anything in it. So we'll top off the waters. And then start plowing. I think we should have time to do that, both of those things. How much water between the two? I think I'll go 5,000. The reason that I'm turning it off, here, I have 2 things I want to say. First, this is what I don't like, because I didn't finish the field. Now today's grass grew in on that other grass. So usually I finish the field before I simulate through the night. But I just didn't want to make the episode all grass work, because nobody likes that. So that was one thing I wanted to say. The other thing I wanted to say is you can't unload water. You can't just I went to the wrong place. I have to go around. You can't just unload water in an IBC or whatever on here. I don't think. Yeah, out of this, you can't just put water somewhere. So if I don't empty it, then I can't load it up with milk. So it's like, if I'm gonna do this, oh gosh, yeah. Right there, perfect. So we'll get as much of this emptied out as possible. See, the pigs never take as much as I think. I think they'll take thousands, and they don't. So if anybody knows a trick for that, how you can empty the water out, maybe I could take it back to the tank. I don't know. But like, the cows will take a good bit of this, but not all of it, I bet. Oh, good. They took it all. All right, great. So now I can drop this back off at the milk station. I hope that in the next game they make modular buildings, because I would love to be able to... Actually, we'll leave that here, because we're going to plow with we're going to plow with this old girl. I would love to be able to like place a building and then put all the little zones where I want to put them. Actually, it might be better to plow with the 806 rather than the 766. Let's look at our tractors here. So the 806 is 95 horsepower. And the 7's 85. I guess that's not that big of a difference. I thought it was going to be a bigger difference than that. So this it's so distracting. There's just so many things going on a farm, like period. Okay, nobody coming. So we want to get this plowed up. And then, if you're wondering why I'm going this way, it's because the turns with this hill here are rough. So I like to do a couple of these on the end to make my turning around easier. But I'll go up and down the field properly. So I'll spend a little bit of this episode plowing, and then I'll spend a good bit of the next episode plowing, because I also want to plow this field next to us, the one that we did hay in right here. The question is, do I want to get grass off of it first? Because there's a whole cut worth of grass. Excuse me. And now that we know that every load of grass is worth $5,000, it's kind of like seems foolish not to do it, other than the fact that it takes, let's say a field that size takes 15 minutes to mow, 15 minutes to rake. Oh, well, I meant to start going up and down the field. Oops. If it takes 15 minutes to mow, 15 minutes to rake, and 15 minutes to chop, that's 45 minutes. But if we put, I don't know, 10 wagon loads in, is that really reasonable? Maybe not 10. Let's say 8. That's still $40,000, I like this plow, but if you watch the early episodes of this series, you'll know I cannot put this on a worker. Can't do it. Not prudent. I might try. I don't know if it was the tractor or the plow. I know it's not the field that was making it mess up, because I used the harvester, the combine, in this field with a worker, and it was fine. So I know it's not the field or the map. It's either the tractor or the plow. So maybe I'll try putting the 806 on here. Oh, that's a cool shot. Let's get that one too. Sorry if that bugs you guys that I take screenshots in the middle of playing, but when you have a good moment, when you're really like getting into it and you're enjoying your equipment. I mean, this, like, I can't stress this enough. I know I've told you guys this in pretty much every episode, but this is like why one of the big reasons why I even built this computer was to play this game in this way. To have a dairy farm on a smaller, scale, and use older Case IH equipment. I mean, this is perfect. I love it, and I don't know that the series will. I mean, the series will end when I pay off our debt, but I am not gonna rush to get that job done, if that makes sense. I still, what do we have? $190,000 left. Like, I'm not just gonna have the next episode be me going up and, taking whatever that would be, 40 trips up to drop off silage. It's not going to be that. So, all right, everybody, I will leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being a part of the channel. Thanks for sharing with your friends. Thanks for clicking on the link wherever you found it. I appreciate you all, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.